Hello, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. Wanted to make a short little video for really one of my favorite stretches for the back and the hips and the legs, Supta P, or recline big toe to hand pose. So if you have a belt or a strap, you can grab that. I'm going to use my scarf as a belt and go ahead and make your way down to the ground. So we're going to get right into this movement, and I'm going to just start to come onto the ground. And so just placing anything off to the side. And as I lay on the ground, I automatically start to go side to side with my legs. So if that feels good, you can join me with some windshield wipering, planting the feet on the ground. I'm going to take them about as wide as my mat. Just slowly going side to side. Your arms can be resting beside you or on the body. Every now and then take a deep breath in and out. Nice. And continue that movement side to side. And I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to take my knees over to the right side, releasing my arms out, and just letting my legs hang to that right side for a few breaths. And then up and over to the other side. And just a couple deep breaths, see what you notice. And then we'll bring it back to the center. And I want to start with our feet on the floor. This is the variation I always start with the feet planted. It's more supported for the lower back for myself. The other option is you can start with in Shavasana and you can straighten out the legs. Right? The idea with the straight legs though, if you're doing this option when we get into the stretching and lifting one leg up, I want you to flex the foot that's on the ground, almost like you're pushing that foot into the wall. Okay, so my feet are flexed now. Cool. So I'm going to go back to feet on the ground and then grab your strap. If you want, you can also just take the hands. Let's see, I might just extend that for a minute. So I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to lift my left leg up. I'm going to grab wherever my hands reach. Oh, and sand just fell everywhere off of my feet. So I'm grabbing behind my hamstring, behind the knee, and I'm just going to give it a couple pulls into the body. My knees bent, foot's relaxed, and then rotating around the ankle. So a couple times each direction. And then from the ankle, I'm going to move to the knee, just hinging at the knee a couple times as you breathe in and out, feeling the contact of the floor supporting the back. And then once I've moved the joints a little bit, I might start to reach my hands higher up the leg or even grab a hold of that strap. So I'm just going to go to my calf and ankle area. Inhale, I'm going to lengthen the leg, lengthen my spine. And as I exhale, I'm drawing that leg maybe a little bit closer into my body. So play with that for a few breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw that stretch a little deeper. So at this point, I can reach my big toe, and that's the name of the posture, big toe to hand pose. So I'm going to go ahead and take my pinky fingers around the big toe and release my other arm out to the ground. So you can keep holding onto it and grab the big toe or take your strap or scarf or belt around the foot. And I'm going to keep doing that breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drawing that leg in. And then you can stay here in the center and go back to moving the joints or enjoying this stretch here. That's useful. Or if you want to take it out to the side, so I'm going to take my left leg out to the left side. And it kind of runs into the couch and my dog. And I'm going to allow that to happen. I'm going to explore straightening out my right leg, flexing the foot. So keeping this side very active as I straighten. And for right now, that feels good. So I'm going to stick with that, really lengthening through this right side for me. And then bringing that leg back to the center, and then I'm going to switch hands, and I'm going to draw that leg across the body, right? So I'm going to grab it somewhere around my ankle area. I'm going to extend the leg. I'm going to pull my heel in. So I'm leading with the heel across the body. And I'm just going a couple inches to begin. And then I'm going to check in with the breath. How's my breath? So you can stay there leading with the heel. You can draw it a little bit further across the body if you want. And a really cool assist you can do on yourself here. So I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to put my thumb in the crease of the hip and the thigh. And I'm going to press that thigh away from me. And take a couple breaths. That feels really good right now for myself. So listen to the body, listen to the breath. Go back to any of those options here. And then I'm going to take one more breath and then bringing it back to the center. And anything you want to do here, you can climb the hands up the leg. You can even lift the head off the ground, nose towards the knee. And then sand's just going everywhere. I'm going to take my head back down. My legs and feet are really sandy from this morning's walk. And then maybe some massaging. So I also like to massage the calf, the back of the knee, the thigh, the hamstring. And I'm going to draw that left leg again into the body. And then as I do that, let's take our right foot and plant that right foot on the ground. Awesome. Hang out there and then take that right knee out to the side. So almost like we're taking the right leg in tree pose. And then we're still stretching out that left leg. And take another breath or two here. Nice. I'm going to plant that right foot back on the ground. I'm going to release my left leg slowly down to the ground. Give it a little shake side to side. And then I'm going to come into Shavasana, a mini Shavasana. And any movement here you may need to take. So I'm going to just move my hips around a little bit. And then come into that state of surrender and just see what you notice in the body, in that left side, right side. A couple of nice deep breaths here as we let go of the movement and focus on that integration or what we're sensing in the body. What do you notice right now? Maybe another big breath here. And then we'll prepare to do some of that movement on the other side. So I'm going to bring my feet back to the ground and just kind of shake that out, windshield wiper out in side side. And then preparing to lift my right leg on up towards the sky. So again, with the left leg, you can keep the left foot on the ground or you can straighten that left leg out. So I'm going to start and grab it around behind the thigh, behind the hamstring or knee. You can always go up the ankle or calf. And I'm just going to take a couple times of drawing that leg into the body and releasing. Drawing in and then letting it go. In and letting it go. And then I'm going to find just kind of a neutral spot to hold here, and so I can rotate the ankle without getting too much sand in my face. So in any movement of the ankle that feels useful here, so most of the time I'm rotating it in a circle in both directions. You can also flex and point. That kind of feels really good too. Come back to the breath. Right, so from the ankle, the foot and the toes, any movement there, finishing that up. And then we'll move into the knee. And I'm just hinging a couple times, bending, straightening, or extending and flexing the knee. Maybe finding something interesting, and as I extend, it feels really good. And then taking it into that stretch. So now I'm able to walk my hands up a little bit higher. So I'm going to go up towards my calf and ankle. You can also take your strap or belt around the foot or reaching for that big toe. And then inhale, coming back into that breath where we inhale, lengthen the leg, lengthen the spine, exhaling, I'm drawing that leg into the torso. And take a couple breaths here with this stretch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, maybe taking it a little deeper. Maybe exploring if your left foot's on the ground, I'm going to explore and see how it feels as I straighten that leg and activate that leg by flexing my left toes up towards the ceiling. And that feels okay. So you can hang out here if you want to grab that big toe or hold on to that strap. I'm going to take that option of taking this stretch out to the side. I'm going to slowly draw that right leg out to the right. Okay? And then keeping my left side grounded and active, rooting into the earth as I get that nice stretch through the groin, through the inside of that thigh. That feels really good through my psoas this morning. So you can stay out to the side, you can bring it back into the center. I'm going to take one more breath. And then as we come back through the center, switching hands. So I'm going to reach up for the calf this time. And then taking it across the body. And as I do that, I kind of turn the leg a little bit. So I turn my heel in. I'm leading with my heel as I take it across the body a couple inches. And then if you want that self-assist, taking that right hand, sliding that thumb in the crease of the hip and the thigh, and press the thigh away from you as you get that side stretch there. Oof, breathe. So you can always take that away and go wherever you need to go here. Going across the body, out to the other side, coming back to the breath. And then I'm going to bring it back to the center. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. And then putting my left foot on the floor, a little support there, as I hold on to this right leg. And then taking that left knee out to the side, so making like tree pose on the left side. As we keep stretching through that right side. You can stay here, or if you want to try lifting the head off the ground, chest up towards the ceiling. Oh, right now that feels really good for me. How's the breath? Softening the face and the jaw. And then we'll start to release everything. I'm going to release that right leg and kind of shake out the hips side to side. And then taking the legs out again for that Shavasana. So any wiggling of the body. And I'm just going to let my body and my butt kind of wiggle. Letting my knees and pelvis wiggle. And then surrender, letting go of that movement. And the eyes can be open, the eyes can be closed. And just taking about 5 breaths in and out. See what you notice. The sensations, the front of the body, back of the body. Taking your time here. So feel free to stay here in Shavasana, or if you want to make your way up, I'm going to stretch and reach my arms up over the head, stretching out my legs. And I'm going to bring my knees into the body. Little rock and roll there, side to side, or maybe some happy baby. You can roll over to one side and then making your way back up to sit. Awesome. So that was a little variation of the Supta P. I really like that one. It's another good one you can also do in bed, part of the bed yoga series. So yeah, try it out, see what you notice, and yeah, let me know what you think. Enjoy and have a wonderful day. Namaste.